What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to explain to you why presence and your build, like your muscles, just your body build, is really the most powerful thing you can have as a man. See, as a man, we need to have presence. We need to have the ability to walk in a room and let everyone know who we are without saying anything. Men's power doesn't come from proving yourself. It doesn't come from being more competitive than the other person. It doesn't come from anything else but discipline, presence, emotional intelligence, and mental capability. All right? Those are the biggest things a man has to have in order to make it in life and in order to be a man in this world. For example, if you're walking around, you're very skinny, you're bony, you have bony shoulders, there's no build to you. And you look, lean is different than skinny. I want to make that very clear. Being lean means that you have shoulder muscle, you're not extremely skinny, you're fit, you got a six pack, you got a decent amount of bicep strength, you got nice legs. That's lean. Skinny is where you look like a twig, like a stick figure. There's no muscle on your shoulders. You can clearly see the bones of your shoulders popping out, which doesn't make you look like a man. It makes you look more like a skinny girl than a man. There's a difference between lean and skinny. When you're a man, you want to be able to have the power of silence. So you can walk into the room and everybody knows exactly who you are. You just walk in, you get looks, people observe you. You let people know who the hell you are with your body language, your energy, and your presence. And this is why presence is so powerful as a male, because a man that doesn't have a like power in the sense of presence isn't a man. They're a boy. See, when you have the ability to have the emotional intelligence to read the room, but at the same time have the powerful presence of masculinity, when you walk in a room, you don't have to say anything. You walk in the room, you go about your business. You might get looks, you might get stares. On top of that, some people get stares from women, and a lot of the time when you are a masculine man and you obviously have some trait or traits that make you powerful, as a man, you're able to then walk in the room and people are intimidated. Men might give you stares, look you up and down, then look away when you look at them. Sorry, give me a second. I gotta clear up some storage on my phone. My storage is about to go out. I'll put them together. Hold on. Alright, sorry about that. But what I was saying is presence is power as a man. And on top of that, a lot of men in today's world have little to no emotional intelligence. What I mean by emotional intelligence is a couple of these things, right? Number one, you know how to feel your emotions, process your emotions, talk about what's going on in your life with people that actually care about you. And if you don't have anyone, you're able to process your emotions, feel them, let them detox without acting on the emotions. As humans, we're not machines. We have emotions that we have to, feel. If you just suppress that emotion down inside of you, it'll never heal. Later, it'll come out as anger towards someone else. And I see a lot of people that are married that have suppressed their emotions as a man, and that suppressed emotion, the minute the kid or their family or their wife stresses them out, they then take that built up down, they put that emotion down inside of them, and then it comes out on their family, which is what happens with a lot of these men. All right, so emotional intelligence is not only reading your emotion, feeling it, letting it come out of you in a safe way, whether it be alone or with someone you're close to. It also involves being able to read others, so you're able to understand others when they're going through something, letting people know you're there for them. And the problem with society majorly is that men are taught to suck it up, keep going, suck it up, it'll be okay. That's not the reality, dude. You know, there's a difference between having an emotion and letting it control you than having an emotion, feeling it, processing it so your body can detox it. If you don't feel these emotions, men or women, it's gonna come out later on, or it's gonna suck the energy and drain your life. Alright? So, as men need to realize that they are not machines. We need rest, we need the capability to feel and understand ourselves and our emotions. We need someone that is there for us, whether it be a wife, whether it be family, whether it be a loved one, whatever it is, a friend, just someone that you can talk to about your problems. More than 90% of men in society do not have someone they can talk to, and they're scared because their whole life they've been put down when they open up, so they stop looking for people to open up to. That's the biggest problem. One of the biggest problems with men is they shut down instead of talking. Look, you have to be able to understand yourself, your emotions, talk about your emotions with someone you trust, and not have to worry about being backstabbed or whatever by that person. All right. In reality, you can tell people about your emotions with a controlled effort and let that emotion go. Some of us need to vent. There's no problem with that. But back to what I was saying with the presence is power, right? When you walk into a room, when you obviously show yourself that you have control over yourself, you have control over your emotions, you have control over your body, you walk in there with masculine traits, a big chest, relatively decent biceps, or some men like to be lean and have a proportion signs, six-pack abs with a big chest and well-developed biceps. However your masculine trait is, it represents your masculinity. And the men that are more feminine or skinny, or obviously are not in control of their life or themselves. And trust me, you don't think women understand this? Women know more than you think. And so do some men. The observers, all right? Some men are observers, and they know exactly that something is wrong with you and your life just by understanding the way you're moving, your eyes, your body language. People can understand these things, and it shows if you're confident or if you're miserable, if you're not able to control yourself or if you're able to control yourself. People in public read you more than you think. You can act tough, you can put on that mask all you want. People will know exactly what comes through that mask. People will know exactly the truth. Trust me. Men think that they can hide all these things and put on this mask, and then the minute someone else comments on them of their faking it, they get surprised. It's not that hard to read. So when you walk into a room, be in control of yourself. Have power in your presence. Believe in yourself. Whatever situation you're struggling with, take action to fix it. And your life will show in your body language and how you act. If you're miserable, it'll show in your actions, in your body language. If you're happy, it'll show. If you're confident, it'll show. So when you walk into a room, walk in there with presence, confidence, masculinity. Walk in there like you own the place. And you'll be surprised how many more people compliment you, how many more people talk to you, how many more interactions you get without saying anything. See, I've experienced this legitly like today and yesterday. Yesterday I was walking in the mall parking lot, the strip mall with all these stores, and I was just walking, chilling. A woman comes up to me and starts talking to me, just out of nowhere. She stops me and greets me, talks to me, asks me about my day, asks me, if I'm not cold because it was cold and I was wearing a tank top, so on, so on, so on. And today, same thing, walking in a parking lot, and a man stops me and asks for some help with things he needed. All right, so when you walk with confidence, your energy, your body language, everything will be shown, and people will naturally gravitate towards you because you're showing them, okay, this person is in control of himself, this person understands himself, I can safely ask this person for help. Because just you having confidence, it'll show in energy to other people. You may not see it, but you will feel it as a human being. We're energetic beings. We have the ability to feel energy without even knowing we do. That's why you feel sometimes drawn or gravitated towards certain people, whether it be online or in person, without even knowing why. That's why some people will come up to you and tell you about your day, such as I was telling you, is because they can read your energy, maybe unconsciously too, like not even meaning to, but the body just naturally picks up on it, and so does the mind. That's why some people have those experiences, because they're confident, they're vibrating high, their aura around their body tells everyone, their energy literally expresses itself without saying anything. So when you walk into a room, your presence, your energy, your power, it will be shown. So fix yourself, heal yourself, and walk with presence and power. I love you. Take care of yourself, and God bless.